Love to connect and feel less alone. So I'm in hospital right now, but forget all of that. I've got to update you on something, everyone. I officially got diagnosed with combined ADHD about 2 weeks ago. Me, like, can you believe it? Do you not believe it? Anyway, I always thought I had ADHD, but I wasn't sure. I didn't know for definite. And then it came up more and more in procedures, appointments, when I was having procedures, both medically, but also personally in my own life, things that were starting to affect my life. People said to me, Ruth, this could be a sign of ADHD. And I was like, no, that's just naughty boys. That's just young kids. That's not me. I'm not hyperactive, and I'm not running out of my seat. I mean, I can't walk, so that would be different. But I just had these preconceptions. I didn't quite understand how it would manifest in a woman, and a woman at 31 years old. Don't know 31, but I actually am. Where was I? Sorry, brain fog. Anyway, basically time went on, and then I was with a good friend, and I actually researched more and looked into it. I was like, you know what, actually I fit a lot of these categories. And it started to make sense in my head that maybe there was a reason why I would interrupt everyone. I talk so quickly. I felt like there is 101 tabs open in my brain. And I remember I asked my ex-boyfriend now, I asked him, how do you cope with all those tabs open in your head? How do you manage all of that? And he goes, what do you mean? And I was like, well, how do you sleep? How do you function? He's like, well, there's just no tabs open. I just close them and there's none there. I wake up and then there's one or two to deal with. And I was like, what? I want that. I've always had 101 tabs open in my head, and they're all moving about and they're changing. You start this, do this, it's constant and it's never ending and it's exhausting. And he made me realise, amongst many things, that's not normal, Ruth. And when someone's having a conversation, I thought conversation was kind of like, you talk and then but oh yeah, I relate to that, and then I interrupt and I say that, and then you'll interrupt me and we say stuff back, and we're relating to each other and we're talking back and forth constantly. I thought that's what a normal conversation was like, until someone said, no, Ruth, you meant to sit and listen to somebody, wait your turn and then speak next. People also thought I was rude for a long time, and I thought, well, maybe I'm just rude and annoying and weird and different, but that's just me being annoying. And then my lateness, my disorganisation, like, I know we're all late to a degree, but it's on another level. And impulsivity and the way my brain works and behaviour is, and the way I know what executive function means, and what I forgot what it's called, the regulation emotion, reactive, that one. But basically, I never wanted to say I have ADHD until I actually definitely have it, and I'm officially diagnosed by somebody from a proper clinic, who has tested me fully, because people can get tested but not properly tested sometimes. People do online quizzes, and those aren't proper tests by a psychiatrist, psychologist, etc. So I got properly assessed, and yeah, I remember I cried because I was like, I'm not just weird, like there's a reason why my brain. And she goes, yeah, that's all ADHD, Ruth. Wow. Like, and it sounds weird, but I'm not upset. I actually feel validated that there's a reason why I might act the way I am. Or one of my good friends said to me, I thought you were rude for years, Ruth. But then I realised it's not, it's just you, and you're not doing it maliciously to interrupt. You're not doing it to be mean. Like, there's a reason why. And actually, a lot of people don't realise I cried at Christmas with my family, because when I got back home, because I felt exhausted. Like, I'm a very social person, but I just felt like I've been trying so hard not to interrupt, to wait for my moment to speak in the conversation, to say the right thing, to listen and I forget what I was going to say. And also, when I was speaking, it's so difficult, the impulsivity plus the hyperactiveness, but I can't even walk or stand, so it doesn't really, I can't get out of my chair. I want to, but I can't physically because of my physical illness, so that adds another layer to it. And so I'm missing so many points, but basically, yeah, she was like, you definitely, like, it wasn't like I was just over the borderline for ADHD. She's like, it's obvious, Ruth. And I can't remember what my number score was, but all the questionnaires, and like, it's 2.5 hour appointment we did, and now my GP knows as well, and it's down my records, and it's really nice to feel validated. So if there's any other neurodivergent girlies out there, or boys, or people out there, let me know. I'd love to connect and feel less alone. Yeah, I thought I was neurodivergent for a while, but I didn't want to say unless I was official. So I guess I can say now officially I am Ruth, and I have ADHD, but it doesn't have me, but it is a part of me. Just like my physical illness is a part of me. It's part of me, but not all of me. And it's a quirk of me, I guess. And yeah, I shouldn't have to apologise for who I am. And I've done that a lot of my life, and I still do. So yeah, obviously you add on my medication, like the steroids, I think that makes me very kind of looping all over the place. But it's not just that I've had it since I was a child, and looking back, my parents say now you look back, it actually makes a lot more sense because they filled in a lot of questionnaires and spoke to the psychiatrist as well. So there was lots of input from childhood till now as well. And for them to be like, no, Ruth, actually it makes sense now. It's just like, wow. But when I was growing up, it wasn't. It was just naughty boys, school kids running around, and that was kind of it. But there needs a lot more awareness of young women, and especially into adulthood as well. Yeah, I can't believe it. I actually feel validated after so long. I can say it. I'm Ruth, and I'm officially neurodivergent. Oh my god.